Hello guys, and welcome to Discovering Dorset the Shayway. Today we've got a little bit of a different one for you actually. We've got an unboxing and a review. Now we've received a order from the company Olight. It specialises in making torches or flashlights, depending on how you want to call it. And we've received a I3E ODG and an Otical J1M. Now this, I'm not entirely sure what this is. This one should be a little torch thing that we've got to review. Check it out, put it through its paces. Now this one, I'm not entirely sure what it is, as it came in a mystery package. So we got this one with their Christmas mystery package offer. I had a couple of Olight points saved up from following them, so I thought I'd use them. And let's see what we got. So first of all, I reckon we'll open our little mystery package. Oh, I don't even think we need a knife. Got the knife for no reason, look. Find out what we got in here. Oh, it looks like that. Something in there, look. Hiding away. Okay, what have we got? What have we got here? O knife, you can see O knife article J1M there. It looks like some sort of little multi-tool, perhaps something like that. Got some instructions on the back. Got applications. Yeah, you've got a what do you call it, a wrenchy thing, spanner, bottle opener, for your bike pegs, and a screwdriver, apparently, all in one here. So we'll open it up, have a little look, see what it looks like. So there it is. Right off the bat, I can tell you it's got a decent bit of weight to it. You know, it's not a light thing. Comes in this nice little vacuum sealed little package here. Also decent packaging as well. So you know that it's going to be coming to you all right. Let's rip it open. Yeah, you can feel it's made of, it's definitely metal. You can feel it's made of something something solid. I'm not quite sure what it's made of. I'll probably go have a look on their website, and somewhere up around the corner part here I'll put a little bit of information about what it's made of and what they claim about it on the website itself. So I can see we've got the bottle opener there. It's also got a rough edge here. I don't know what that would be good for. It could be good for a few things, I suppose. But yeah, we've got a rough edge, a bottle opener. We've got our little spannery thing there, 3 different sizes. Don't know how useful that would actually be. And a little degree, shows you the degrees of the angle there, in case we need that. And then these little peg things, which I'm not entirely sure what they'd be used for, but it says they're used on your bike. I mean, I've never had to change my peg things on my bike, so that'll be a new experience. And there's our screwdriver part. Also, I suppose that'll be quite good for, you know, jimmying open things, other things like paint tins and things like that. So multi-use, and then that looks like that'll be for your lanyard or something. Put a bit of rope, bit of leather through that, hang it around your neck, or off for something else. It's not too big, not too small. Probably slide nicely into an EDC pouch, something like that. So yeah, off the bat, happy with that. It feels solid, and we'll put it through its paces. This should be a torch, I believe. Should be a little one. They had a special event deal thing on where they're giving away torches for the Christmas, and this is the one we've got. So straight out the packaging, you can see again you've got the Olight there. I3E EOS mono output keychain LED flashlight. So it's just a small one. But features: made, hang on, there we go. Made of durable aircraft grade aluminium with anti-scratch type 3 hazard anodizing. Highlight transmittance, TIR lens delivering a homogeneous beam. Ultra compact and mighty flashlight developing from an extreme design idea. Fully tighten the head to turn flashlight on. Slightly loosen the head to turn the flashlight off. 90 lumens, last up to 45 minutes. 44 meters of distance. And 500 CD. I'm not sure what the 500 CD means. 1.5 meters when bounced, or maybe through a mirror or something like that, I assume. Interesting. And it includes the battery, and it's got a total weight of 19.4 grams. Note: tests performed with one AAA alkaline battery. Package contents: one I3E EOS with battery and a user manual. And it tells you the address and things there to get hold of them if you need to. Alright, let's open it and have a look. It's got this nice little peeled piece, look, which is very nice. And as we open up the package, it comes out, and oh, there it is. Well, it's about the same size as it is on the pack. Look, they should have said life size on the front of the package there, look. Read me. I suppose you better read that. Before your first use, unscrew the light head, remove the insulating film inside the light head before putting the light head back on. Okay. Comes on this nice little keyring bit. Easy attached again, or you could put a lanyard or something through it. Feels very nice, very sturdy. Small, obviously, but feels very nice in the hand, very sturdy, got good grip on it. Doesn't feel like it's going to get damaged too easily, but again, we will put that through its tests at a later date. At the back here we have the user manual with all the bits of information in there. I will hold it up for you in case you guys want to pause and have a read for yourselves. It's all in multiple languages here on the back. They also have a warranty there. 30 days of purchase, contact the original seller for repair or replacement. And within 5 years of purchase, contact Olight for repair or replacement. This warranty does not cover normal wear and tear, modifications, misuse, disintegrations, negligence, accidents, improper maintenance or repair by anyone other than an authorised retailer or Olight itself. Okay, so obviously the review part's going to come in a little bit, but first of all I will see if we can get it to work for us so we can see what it looks like. There we go. Remove the little plastic piece, stopping the battery from touching the metal, creating the circuit. And as we turn the head and screw it in, we should see a beam of light appear at some point. I'm not sure when. Oh, there we go. Wow. That is quite strong light, that, to be fair. I'm not quite sure how well that's showing up on the camera, but it's working very well for its size. I'm quite impressed with that, I have to say. You can see how it's working here. But I will do a further review for you. We'll go in the dark, do a little review, do a test, see if it lives up to what it claims it will. Okie dokie, so before we start testing the torch and that, I thought realistically we can't really do a fair test unless we got two other similar size torches. So we got this Poundland brand one, which I've got to put batteries in still. It looks like it might have a couple more features than the other one. And then we got a Kodak one, which is just straight normal torch. Both of these were cheaper technically than the Olight torch. The Olight comes in at about 15, however I got it for free on their Christmas giveaway. But yeah, so 15 quid for the Olight, which I've got here somewhere in my pocket. Hang on, there we go. £15 on the Olight here, £1.50 on this thing, and I think that was £2 or something like that for that one. So we'll check them out, see how they do, see how long the battery lasts, see how bright they are, and see what they deal with a bit of drop damage and whatnot as well. So first test done. The Olight gets a plus, comes with its own batteries. The Poundland torch, believe it or not, actually comes with its own batteries, so that gets a tick or a plus, however you want to mark it. The Kodak, however, unfortunately, did not come with its own batteries, and I had to buy some more Kodak batteries just to put in it. But we've got Kodak batteries in the Kodak torch for testing. So, and this has come with its own, and this has come with its own. So realistically, that's probably the better way to test them, as they all have their own batteries. Now we are going to be doing our nighttime torch test. As I walk around me here, do a little circle. This is going to be our mode, if you will. And this is just my phone torch on doing nighttime filming. This is the best it looks like. And we'll go ahead and use the other torches one by one now. First up, we have the Poundland variant torch. Now this actually has two modes of light. It's got a sidebar and a normal beam. So what I'm going to do now is turn the torch off on my phone and then shine these for you guys to see what the difference is. So that's our first normal beam from the Poundland torch. To be absolutely honest with you, I'm actually really quite impressed with that. That's a lot stronger than I expected, and it's lighting up a fair whack of distance as well. As you can see, very easy to see all the way along that path pretty much. I can't quite see at the end there, but yeah, plenty of light from that. So we'll try the second mode. This is the second mode. Lantern mode, I guess you'd call it. I don't know how well you see it. There you go, you can kind of see the mode that it's using there. Not quite as far, obviously, as expected, but still much better than a phone torch. So I don't know what we'll rate that. We'll probably rate that well, better than the phone. So if the phone we're calling a 1, we'll probably give the lantern side of the well, I have to do it all in one, aren't I, really? Give the lantern side probably a 1 or 2, but realistically we want to talk about the actual torch, which is this. And I am surprisingly impressed with that. I'm not quite sure how the battery life's going to last up. That'll be another test that we try, but at the moment I am impressed with this, and I would probably give it a good 4 or 5. Let's go for a 5, make it a nice 5 out of 10 on that one. The next up here we have the Kodak torch with the Kodak batteries in as well. So this is a Kodak torch test now. Now this only has one mode of lighting. It's not even wanting to turn on for us now. That took 4 or 5 clicks just for me to get that to turn on them. So that's already going to drop some points. Also, as I'm sure you can see, the actual lighting from this torch is pathetic compared to a cheaper one, which is Poundland's own brand. In fact, this I would say maybe only really useful for around the home or inside a tent if you have one. I'm going to give that a poor score of maybe a 2 out of 10, I reckon, on that. And it was awkward to turn on and off. Third one to test, we have the Olight. Now this is the one that we are hoping is going to do better, but we got the others to test it against them. So let's see how it goes. Boom, there you go. There is the Olight torch on. Very bright for such a small torch. It is extremely bright, very easy to see in clear detail what we're looking at there. Reaches quite far. Again, reaches quite far. I'd probably give this one, to be honest, we might have to up the score of the Poundland torch. I think we're going to have to up the score of the Poundland torch, surprisingly. For light on its own, it reached further. So this one, we're probably going to up the Poundland torch, give it an 8, because that was surprisingly good. And we're going to give this one a 5 or 6, I reckon. For the size of the torch especially, very good. I'll give this a 5 or 6. Let's say we'll give it a 6, but the Kodak still gets a 2. Right, so that's our lighting test done. We'll move on over to our drop tests next, I guess, and after that we'll do the battery test, see how long they last. So currently I actually think somehow the Poundland torch is winning. Actually, I think we'll do the battery test first, just in case they break. So yeah, we'll do the battery test next, see how long they last. Off their own batteries, own brand batteries. And then we'll do the drop test and the crush test. So stay tuned. So next up is going to be our battery test. So what I'm going to do is put them all on, and then, God, this Kodak is awful, look, it doesn't want to turn on. There we go. And then once we've got them all on, hang on, right, they're all on, and what we're going to do is I'm going to leave them on. I'm going to come back in 4 hours, see how they look, and then come back in 8 hours and see how they look. So I'll catch you guys in 4 hours. So unfortunately I did have to run out and do a few errands then, so I didn't manage to come back on the 4-hour mark. And so what I'm just going to do is I'm going to do it now. We're at about a 6-hour mark, and as you can see, the Kodak is completely gone. No life in it at all. The Olight has died a little bit, gone down, but still got some power to it. And again, surprisingly, the Poundland is winning out with still almost next to full power on it, I would say. I reckon it's about time for us to do some drop testing. So my plan, as I'd only have to do one camera, is I'm going to have you guys down at this level with this sort of angle so you can see what happens to the torch. But the first thing we're going to do is we're going to drop it from pocket height, so about that height. See how they fare after being dropped from the pocket. I have replaced the batteries in the Kodak now, and the batteries in the Olight, so they are set and ready to go, all good. And then after that we're going to drop it from the height of a 6-foot fence and see how they fare from that too. Okay, so each one of these drops, as you can see, is going to be onto bare concrete, maybe a little bit of moss and some leavage. So it is going to be dropping straight onto bare concrete pretty much, and heavy drops. The first one we'll go with is the Kodak. So first time will be a pocket drop. It doesn't seem to be too bad. No major marks. There's a little dent, I don't know if you can see, but there's a teeny little dent on the side of it there. Definitely not made of high grade stuff. Let's see if I can get a better picture of the dent. You can kind of see the dent as I go in and out of the light there slightly. Other than that, it held up quite well. Let's see what it does from a 6-foot drop. 3, 2, 1. Okay, that seemed to hit the floor a bit harder then. About the same amount of damage again though. You can see there's a little bit of paint that's come off, scuffed off of it there. And again, there's a bit of bending, bit of dentage around the frame there. Does it still work? It does still work, however. And next up, we've got the Olight. So first off, pocket drop. 3, 2, 1. That seemed to just, where it's quite light, it seemed to just kind of bounce more than anything else. Quite a soft drop, no damage to it at all. Yeah, nothing I can see whatsoever on that. Let's go for a 6-foot drop. 3, 2, 1. Oh, that was a bit more of a drop. I think I might have even seen a spark come off of that. Do we have any damage? There was a slight bit of scuffing, it seems. Yeah, teeny weeny bit of scuffing around the outside, and I do mean a teeny weeny bit. Barely noticeable. But does it still work? It does, perfectly. Okay, last one for the drop test. We have the Poundland torch. Now this one I don't think is going to fare too well for this kind of test. However, speaking of which, before we do this test, the amenities on the Poundland torch far outdo the other two, and that's because it's got one, a normal torch, a lantern and a magnetic strip, all for much cheaper than the rest. But anyway, moving on. Pocket drop. Now just so you're all aware, I am actually dropping them all straight onto the lens like that. So that's how they're all being dropped. I think it's the fairest test if we drop them all in the exact same ways. Right, pocket drop. 3, 2, 1. That bounced. Any damage? I don't know really. Maybe a tiny bit of loosening to the frame, but other than that, nothing, not even a scuff really. Right, let's go for a 6 foot. This one, it could break. 3, 2, 1. Oh, that hit rather solidly, bounced into the fence. We got a bit of scuff mark on it there. You might be able to see it around the, yeah, just there you can see there's a bit of scuffing. Other than that, it held up very well. So they all pass really the drop test. Next up, and the final one that we've all really been waiting for, the crush test. Right, so to kick us off, we've got this big round solid rock of flint. It's like a big flint ball, you can see the flint inside there. It weighs around about a kilo, maybe just over a kilo, something like that. Between a kilo and a kilo and a half. Let's see how they do. First one up, the Kodak. Will it still work afterwards? Let's see. I'm going to drop these first off from the height of a foot, about a foot. And then after that we're going to go for a 3 foot drop. 1 foot. Well, it bashed the camera. What did it do to the torch though? Did we get a good image of what it did to the torch? Let's find out. The torch itself has a few scrapes along the back end of it, just there. Where's it gone? Lost it now. Just here, underneath that hooky bit, you can see. And another scrape on the other side from where it had been crushed, I assume. But does it work? It still works. Right, let's give it a 3 foot crush, see what happens. 3, 2, 1. I've got to start doing better. I keep hitting the camera. Right. So, what happened to the torch? If I can get my camera to stand up again. Come on, there we go. Right. 3 foot drop. We got a big bit of dentage in there. All across it. In fact, there is a massive dent you can see just there from that. That has caused some serious damage to that Kodak torch. That has hurt it. Does it work? Still survives though. You've got to give it its due there. It's probably the only test that it's done well on. Right, let's see what happens with the other two. I reckon we'll leave the Poundland torch till last because that's more than likely the one that's going to break the most. Now this claims it's made of aircraft grade titanium. Let's put it to its test. The first one we're going for is the 1 foot drop. 3, 2, 1. I'm never going to manage this apparently without hitting the camera. Is there some damage? Just from the 1 foot you can see that's bent in straight away. Just there. Come on, focus for us. Focus. There we go. You can see it's got a big dent in it there, this Olight, and a massive amounts of scuffs on the other side. So actually the Kodak held up a lot better than the Olight just from the 1 foot drop. If I can get you to focus on it better. Look at that. Wrecked. Still works though. I wonder what it will do from a 3 foot. I'm a little bit worried at this point. It's a 3 though, and I'm supposed to be testing them, so we'll see how it does. We will see how it does. Come on, stand up. Right. Let's try a 3 footer. 3, 2, 1. Wow. That knocked my camera over and turned the torch on. So I think it's safe to say I can only just turn the torch off now, but it does still work. Or will it stay working? That's the problem. So we have got some serious damage going on with the Olight here from that drop. You can see it is proper scruffed up, bent itself out of shape, bent in. Both sides absolutely scruffed. If I do it like that, you can really see the damage that it's caused. Absolutely flattened it. and when I turn it, it's struggling. It does work, but it struggles to stay on. It's working now. You can just about get it to work. So it passed. It passed successfully, but actually surprisingly not as well as the Kodak. Still, it passed. Time for the final test. The Poundland. This is gonna smash, isn't it? Right, 1 foot. 3, 2, 1. Oh, I heard that bouncing about. Yeah, we've got a frame split there. We push it back together. Oh, just about. It did snap back together and pretty seamlessly actually, so I'll give that a good pass. You have got a bit of scuffing, but not much. That could have even been from the drop, to be fair. Still works. All of it's still working. Surprisingly, that held up well. Right, let's try this 3 foot drop. 3, 2, 1. That didn't hold up so well though, did it? We've smashed that in, look. When it wants to focus, hang on. It's smashed in the lantern screen. That's chipped to heck. You can see right inside there now. But other than that, it's dented the magnet. Other than that, I was going to say it held up, but the torch, somehow, the torch bit, which hasn't been damaged, doesn't work. The lantern has actually got brighter and is working strangely when the torch doesn't. So this is probably our biggest fail. Technically we were going by the main torch and this one did not pass. So this is the biggest fail of today. Other than that, I would actually give the Poundland torch the top rating today. Overall, I'll probably give the Poundland torch, for what it is, considering it's bright yellow and easy to find as well, I'll probably give that a good 7.5 out of 10 for what it is. The Kodak passed with the last test with flying colours. However, with this with the other tests, it did absolutely crap. It keeps falling apart. When I changed the batteries, I had to put the whole thing back together again because it all came out on itself. So realistically, I'm just going to give I'll give the Kodak an extra point than what it had before, simply because it survived this test quite well. We'll give the Kodak a 3. And the Olight, wherever that's gone, here it is. The Olight that we've got here, which was the main contender for today, didn't survive too well on the last test, did it? Did not survive too well on the last test. However, it has survived. And it was definitely the middle contender. It did all right. I'm actually surprised the Poundland one did better than it, but overall rating, if the Poundland gets a 7.5 and the Kodak gets a 3, I'm probably going to have to give the Olight a good 6, I reckon. Yeah, give it a good 6, 6.5. We'll go 6.5. Alright, I am going to do one last little section for you guys, just for fun. I'm going to save the Olight because I reckon I can still use it in the condition it's in. But what I will do is, because this is already smashed up, and because this has been doing my nutting the entire time I've been trying to review it, I'm going to get the sledgehammer and we're going to film us hitting each of these with the sledge. See how they do with that crush test. So, the sledgehammer we have in question is this bad boy here. It's a 14-pound sledgehammer, as you can see written on the inside of it there. It's a weighty bugger. Found it magnet fishing. Let's see what it does to a Poundland torch. Right, full swing. Let's go. I think it's fair to say there ain't a lot left after that. Oh my gosh, that was wedged into the ground. Moulded itself into the ground. I think it's time to destroy this little bugger. Right, how should we do this one? Should we hit it like that? Full swing, of course. 3, 2, 1. Wow! You got to give it the Kodak. When you hit it in a cylindrical shape, it holds up. It's definitely not going to work after that, but my God, look at what that's done. Absolutely can crushed it. Alright, let's give it a side hit as well then for good measure. Three, two, one. Smushed. There we go. I think the lens went flying off on it. Somehow the lanyard piece has come off all in one piece without any breakages. Not entirely sure how that's happened. So we can attach that to our O-tool that we got. Yeah. Interesting. What a good bit of fun that was. Thank you all for watching today and joining me on today's random adventure, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye for now.